We're putting the band back together.
Hey everybody, Excited Utterance here. Hello. We have no eggs. We have no mail. But we do have 100% Becky's and 100% jurors in this courtroom for the Alex Murdaugh retrial evidentiary hearing. And it started early today for the Friday, which was just one juror, and Justice Toal decided that it was going to be secret girls. Yes, secret girls, but guess what? We had a secret weapon, and the secret weapon was, guess what? Secret weapon was, it was this lady.
Yes.
We had a secret weapon.
So,
hello, paralegal Liz.
You have had a big day.
Big day.
Yes. So what were you up to today?
Rosie. Hello, and hello, David Wilson, and hello, Twitter people as well. And there's 14 people here. Hi. Wow, paralegal Liz. You have had a huge day. Oh, and hello, Becky down in the corner. And hello, Dolly.
Yes. Hi.
I've got notes. Lots of
She has notes.
Jeez.
She has notes.
So I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning with Dolly and then texted him every 4 minutes.
You mean with Dolly?
I mean, not. Well, we're in
me.
opposite parts of the
Country.
Yeah.
Right.
In spirit.
Yes.
In spirit.
Yes, I was advising her and trying to plan.
Helping
everything.
me find bathrooms and all of
that.
that.
Yes.
So,
Because those.
Hello, Mickey.
Well, I don't know if y'all really want to see this because I don't know if you can see this. No.
Oh, you've made diagrams and everything.
I did. Because like the see over here?
Mhm.
That's just this hole. And I was like, see where it says me over here?
Me.
I was right there.
Yes.
And I was like right behind
Wow.
the state. And then over here, like Poot and Jim and Murdaugh, and then the guy I can't remember his name, the third chair lawyer. And then
I never can remember his name either.
These were all just like police officers here.
Yeah.
Murdaugh's
wow.
Uncontrollable. And then all of us, I was pretend media. I was with the medias over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Also up here. And here's the jury over there. So you probably saw the leaked picture of Eric Bland in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just commented on it because Ben Smith was commenting on it and I just replied. It's hilarious. He looks like in Australia we call them Nigel No Friends. So it looks like a Nigel No Friend sitting in the corner there.
Justice Toal said no other attorneys will be allowed, like for the jurors next Monday.
Why? Because there are no other attorneys. He's just representing the whole lot of them.
Well, also there's that. But then she said something literally, I don't mean to quote, but like her words were, there's power in numbers, and she's just gonna have a bailiff back in the back with them and call them out one at a time.
Right. Okay.
I see.
So also a bit of tea is she believes that we'll get everything done Monday.
Really?
All in one day. Yeah, she was like, I plan to get it all done before lunch and then come back and we'll do Becky Hill at lunch after lunch. So that's the plan. And you'll have to stop me.
Considering she's like said nothing else is coming in, she's just like, okay, we're doing Becky and hang on, trying to her voice. We're doing Becky and there will be just the jurors and
she changed
it.
She's like
that means
consistencies.
That really should be done in one day.
She's allowing
not too bad.
She's what?
She's allowing a proffer witness. Poot has somebody, and it's not Egg Lady.
Ooh.
And it's not Egg Lady. So here's my pontification. I think it's got to be somebody that worked around Hill. What do y'all think? Oh, Barber. Thank you. It is Barber. I'd better add that to my chart.
Wait. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news.
So they're going to do a...
News.
We don't know who it is yet.
Don't know. So I don't know. I mean, we could all speculate, but it's for sure not Egg Lady, and it's not any of the other
Jurors.
Can't be anybody that didn't
Juror.
deliberate. So if it can't be somebody that didn't deliberate,
it might be the ex-husband.
She brought up something about the Facebook post and how she didn't care and she didn't want to hear about that. But
Okay.
she is going to allow cross-examination of Becky Hill by both sides. But she's gonna call, and then Poot will get to cross, and he'll also get to redirect and call proffer.
Whoa!
My brain exploded too.
My brain is exploding. Who could it be?
Could it be the other court?
That's
reporter?
what I was thinking, or somebody that had to be that was working for the court.
That was
members
pissed at Becky for being
Rhonda?
improper with the jury. Yeah.
Rhonda.
Yeah.
That's the other clerk, right?
Oh,
the best friend. You know, my queen, Rhonda, Becky's bestie. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Murph, how's it going?
So,
help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. That one.
I feel like there's a real big lack of communication going on is one of my first notes because
between whom?
Between Justice Toal and all the people that work at the court. Because nobody looked at any of our stuff to see if we had phones or laptops, and I was a good girl. I didn't bring anything, but everybody else
I knew you'd be good.
And then also she came out. Okay, so I took minute notes. I'm a freak.
I knew you would.
At
this is why we have you.
I went in and out of there in 45 minutes. But Justice Toal, at first, the only thing she said to us when she was like, "Y'all come here, and you come here too," she was like, "You just
you're just coming in. Are you got a link, love?
I can send you a link, or
the same link as that I sent you before. You can come in. McKinley, I thought you were coming in. No? Okay. You're busy with the daughters.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you're invited if...
Of course you're invited. Of course you're invited. You got the same link. It's the same link as we've had all along.
Yep.
Keep going.
So anyways, she was like, just don't give away the identity of the juror and don't comment on her answers. At least just wait until after Monday. So, and her name is Juror X. That's all they're going to say. And then she goes back into judge's chambers and this deputy comes in and he's yelling at court TV. He's like, "Put up that camera. No cameras in here." And we're all like, well, he missed the memo. And everybody at the front door missed the memo.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came back out and then was like, you guys, not only can you not talk about identifying things or the answers, now you can't talk about the questions either. And sure enough, before we could leave today, the attorney who's in charge of the media liaison, Jay Bender, he was like, which one of you was tweeting in this courtroom? Which one of you was doing it? Because it was clear, no transmission and no reception of anything. You can only use your devices for notes. And she would come out and tell us that, but nobody that worked there, the people in the jackets or the cops, nobody else was like, what is going on? So, and then to see the picture of even him, of Eric Bland in the booth. And but then he gave an interview. Did y'all see that, Eric Bland?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I saw it.
No, I haven't seen it. Oh, well, I was asleep in the middle of the night.
You literally just threw a tantrum, teared out, you didn't want anyone to know who your client was, but now you're doing an interview. I don't know. But let's see. So it started, we all came in, Justice Toal went over the embargo. That was kind of interesting because at first she didn't have that word and we were like, is it an embargo? And she was like, yeah, it is. I'm not sure, but I think it is.
Oh, good.
And so that's how that term started.
Rosie, hypocrisy. Rosie is in charge of, or she made the best hashtag ever. Hypocrisy.
Oh. So I
Hey,
can't
enough of that. Oh, sorry. Yep, keep going.
So I can't like tell. One of the rules also is I am not allowed, like I keep saying, to read the questions tell you what the questions were. Oh, and I do have the full audio of this trial. I will send you on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Great.
I have
Thank
the
you.
full audio for
Yes.
How
exciting.
Gigi's recorded it, right? I remember she
like, I'm gonna go. Will you watch my bag? I'll go get my phone. And I was like, if you send me the juice, girl. So you're sending me it.
Nice.
So one kind of thing that was really interesting was this morning, because I was there, I saw them hand papers, the state hand papers over to Poot and Jim. And I look at him and like the energy was so low from Poot. I was expecting like good morning, like a showman like he is.
Yeah.
He had that like punch to the gut, to the throat energy. It was kind of sad.
Yeah.
And then he kind of
poor
upset.
Dick.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Feel for poor Dick.
An email.
Sorry?
So it turns out Eric Bland, attorney for Juror X,
Oh, we know who Eric Bland is.
And half the town.
And half the
town. The state. Yes, my client did hear Becky Hill before deliberation say today was an exciting day or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say that either. I can't tell y'all any of that. Never mind. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
That's fine.
Well,
I know it's hard.
Tell you anything else. Gosh, this is so hard.
I know.
Oh.
There's so much I want to tell you. Like, I have pages and I can't tell you everything that I just said.
It's okay.
So
you skip to the bit you can.
Yeah.
So they asked her the 5 questions, sent her back to the jury.
Also, it was only 5 questions.
It was only 5 questions.
5 questions. Okay. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
And I know you can't say what they are, but
no. But if you go and you look at the preliminary pleadings, which you can find on the interwebs of the of the draft of the first 5 questions, it's similar, but everything in lawyering is semantics. So
yeah,
going to be a little different because Justice Toal literally edited them. She told us this morning before she gave the final in court to the parties, and they even still were arguing this morning about it. And she was like, I already know, Poot. I already know. It's all reserved for appeal.
Oh.
So,
she's not budging, is she?
No, but so she did actually call the juror back and ask her 2 more questions about this bombshell thing I was about to tell y'all about that I didn't tell you about. You forgot about.
Okay. Let's just say,
we forgot all about it. None of us remember anything. That didn't happen. No thing.
How do you feel about the information you've heard and Alex's chances? Better or the same or worse?
What I heard in court.
Mm-hmm.
If I heard just what I heard in court today, not what I heard in the Springs, I would say no. My guess would be no new trial.
Mm-hmm.
But the rumors I'm hearing from the media, people that have been actually there following this since a year ago, which makes this so crazy because normally this type of hearing literally happens right after deliberations, like that day, not 1 year later.
Yeah.
Why this is so crazy. From those rumors, I'm just wondering what's going to happen on Monday.
Okay.
Especially because they said, like today, Justice Toal told Eric Bland, "Don't speed, don't object. You can't do that."
Hey, echo. I'm just going to mute you for a second while you sort that out. Okay.
You might have 2 windows open.
This happened the other day, I think.
It's okay. If McKinley has any audio at all that has us going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that could be.
Right.
Then it'll be echoing through. She did say she had 2 devices happening earlier in chat. Oh, she's gone.
Murph's turf. We'll call him EB. No, don't talk, Liz. What did I do, Murph?
Oh, you said his name, I guess, but
Oh, I can say his name.
yeah.
No. You were conjecturing about the bombshell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She said that when you were talking about the bombshell. That's all. But you didn't say what the bombshell was.
Yeah, you did not.
And also, you were making a statement about whether or not you thought he would have a new trial.
Yeah, so some of
That's
the
all.
rumor mill I've been hearing, I think if it comes out in court on Monday, if those attorneys, they're going to be in court, but if they're locked with their person testifying, I'm kind of scared that the truth won't come out. And that's all what we want, really. Like, I don't care either way what happens to Murdaugh. I really don't care. Do I think they proved he was guilty of murder? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I just
here we go.
Wonder.
No, still have an echo.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's all right. I'm just going to mute you again.
Try closing out all your browser windows and then opening the
and
tab
your phone.
again. Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
What's so
That's-
crazy is
It's still happening. I love McKinley's facial expressions.
I know they're so great.
She's adorable.
I got one more bit of something, but I'll wait.
Just wait a second, Liz, so we can sort this out.
Do I still have an echo?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, you don't.
Well, we do in your audio. Okay, I'm just going to mute you again.
It's like it's feeding into your
It's
microphone.
definitely McKinley.
Does it have to do with the headphones? Maybe.
Okay, just let her figure that out for a second.
So.
Okay, cool.
God, she's pretty.
I know, she's gorgeous, isn't she?
Thank you.
We love
You mean her.
McKinley. Yeah, we can talk about McKinley for a while. Hang on, she could probably hear us. You're good now. No, she's not. Firephones. We don't know if she's good now. We've got her muted.
Yeah.
All right, let's try again.
I can't unmute her.
It's because
No,
I've got her muted.
Oh.
There we go.
Do I still have an echo?
Hi.
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 You're
No,
good.
you're fine. Yay. Welcome. How are you?
This dang roadcaster is a problem. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're
Oh,
fine.
I like your notebook. I used to have one like that.
How good is it?
So good.
Oh, bye, Franz. You're so sweet. And I know you like Dali.
Oh, hush.
Look at you. Like,
Stop it.
Oh, hush. Oh, we're so weird.
I know you come here just to look at Dali. That's why.
I have a
okay.
question to start this next part off about this with the criminal defense attorney right there.
Yes.
Oh, what up?
So Poot made a little bit of a blunder. He said something that is not very down with the times. He brought up a criminal private practice thing that I bet you know called the Chinese wall. You know what it means?
Yeah. It means that you don't have conflict. Like, it means you have to check for conflict within your office.
And do you know why people are riled up about the Chinese wall? Or
do I know what?
Ethical barrier, as he was corrected.
Do I know why he was?
Why Poot got all riled up and brought up a Chinese wall?
Does
Why?
it have to do with EB? No?
No. Are we not allowed to say his name?
No, I don't.
No. That
I
was
just
nothing to
say
do with that.
EB.
You can say that.
Well, now I will too if it's cool. Because of SLED, okay? The 11 jurors are being reported by SLED to the courthouse on Monday. Anyone else want to think about the conflicts that could arise?
All 11 jurors?
To the
Yeah.
being what to the courthouse? They're being what?
So they're also
I know about
supposed to be investigating Becky Hill, and clearly they investigated Murdaugh, right?
And they're interviewing jurors.
Oh, yeah.
So the SLED agents that are currently interviewing these jurors, like same agency, maybe not same physical human corpses, but are
Corpses.
meeting
Corpses.
bodies, whatever we are.
There's
an
mummies involved now. What? This just took on a whole new level of weird.
The 11 jurors. So one of them is actually being transported from Walterboro all the way there. And then the other 10 are meeting at an undisclosed location. And then SLED is going to take them from that place to the courthouse. It's wild.
Wow.
And they're not corpses, okay? Sorry.
Yes,
Bodies.
thank you. Okay, they spoke about that last week, the week before last. They said that they were going to be put into a special transportation so that they couldn't be identified. Is that what this is?
No, it's because it's like if you're being investigated by the FBI
Mm.
because of whatever, and then you just happen to be a juror for a federal case, and then the
Yep.
FBI is going to escort you for safety reasons, that's a conflict of interest. They're literally
Right.
handling the investigation and driving the witnesses.
Yeah.
There should be a third
Okay,
or like somebody else. And Putin
so they could speak
their
to them.
opinions
That's
because
the problem. They could talk to them,
yeah, or intimidate
Okay.
them, or
intimidate them. Yep.
so. Welcome to the shit show.
As Laurie would say, this is welcome to the shit show. Okay. There's no Chinese wall, no ethical barrier. SLED was the original investigating agency. They were the prosecutors on the Murdaugh case. That's what Murph says from Fitz News.
Actually.
What's this? They continued to interview jurors, Harputlian said. Did you hear this? Is this what was said today, Liz?
Continue to found it something. They continue to interview jurors. Oh yeah, no, I mean they have to. That's exactly what they're doing. How did you know that, Murph? Where are you?
Oh, Murph knows everything.
Oh, that's
Fitz reported.
yeah, that's
Fitz
cool.
News.
That's exactly what he said. They do continue because this is an ongoing investigation. He's right. He's right.
Yeah, Murph is like. It's just like I wish she was on my shoulder all the time, like a little
She types as fast as
reporter
I
bunny.
Ah, she's good.
Love her. She's best.
All
right, keep going.
It's also funny because Poot at one point said he was known for his brevity to Justice Toal, and everybody was just like, even Creighton. I don't remember what Creighton said, but he literally they were like this close to each other. It was like very tense, and Poot had his arm out like this. Creighton was here, and they were like fighting, like arguing.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Poot was so low energy today. I felt kind of bad for him. And I felt really bad for that juror because they just carried themselves so scared. They were petrified.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
well-
imagine how hard it's going to be to say, yeah, that affected my verdict. Nobody's going to say that.
It drove me here. This is totally casual.
Well, not if you've been dealing with EB for the last goddamn 6 months. Like, imagine the pressure.
He wasn't very
Seriously.
happy that he
You've
couldn't
been going on podcasts for the last 6 months going, my jurors are going to say this.
I've never watched a minute of him. I look at him and I can't.
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
I've never watched
Tweets
him.
enough.
He tweaks.
Like,
Is that what
He tweets and he goes on.
Tweak, like,
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
no, but he goes on enough. He goes on enough podcasts and he goes on enough like TV shows and things like that, and he makes his position very, very clear. So he goes on about what his clients are going to say, and I mean, you tell me, McKinley, is that professional for a lawyer to actually say what their clients are going to say in the witness stand?
I mean, it's fine to say it. I just think that he just inserts himself into things quite often, as we've seen. Like, it seems kind of like a bit sketch to be representing the jurors and to also have, I mean, it's not sketch, but it's just like he keeps inserting himself into this situation.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
he
exactly.
also just won. I saw some Low Country magazine, like best lawyer and law firm,
Jesus.
which he paid for that. McKinley, I don't know about in
Oh.
Texas, but
No,
here,
they're all paid for. They're
Yeah.
paid for. Are you paid the for advertising fees to them some way? And then they that's how you get on the list to begin with.
because
Yeah.
nobody asked me for my vote. Did y'all get a poll?
Exactly. I didn't.
I didn't vote on who was the best. I just want to know who voted. So you just pay him that.
I think I saw him tweeting about that. And by the way, also, he's also someone I don't follow
God.
on Twitter. Yeah, I see all his tweets.
He gets retweeted, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, do go on.
I guess just a final thing I thought was kind of cool about Poot was whenever he was like really upset and making his case about sled transporting in the Chinese wall or ethical shield that he thinks needs to be put around the jury, he was like very clear that he wasn't trying to say the state, any of the attorneys, none of the paralegals, none of those, which is kind of like backward, like opposite of his like motion, even calling them for particular witnesses.
Yes.
But he was
Yes.
like, not that I'm accusing the state of putting their thumb on the scales of justice, but
Scales of justice.
yeah, he brought up the scales of justice, putting the thumb on the scale of justice. So
Wow. Oh, hey, Wendy H. How's it going?
Hi, Wendy.
Hello. And hello, Anthony, as well. Good to see you. Look,
Bye.
Anthony did say hello to you, Dali. He appreciates that you're a good-looking man.
Thank you.
and
Byfronts did as well, by the way. Nice. Do go on.
just the last thing that Poot said, because he's so funny and as he says, known for his brevity. The last funny thing I thought he said was that he was like, oh, well, Justice Toal, don't hurry up, because Justice Toal thinks that we're going to get through the 11 jurors before lunch on Monday, and then Becky Hill in the rebuttal after lunch. Poot was like, oh, no, let's use up those 3 days, because because he's a Democrat. He's like, I'm dying to get back to the Senate to debate open carry in South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
Which is,
What?
she was like, oh, I'm probably saving you from something then, Mr. Hop.
Okay, explain that. I'm not a gun person. Can you please?
No, he's a state senator
Yeah, he's a state senator,
of South
I get
Carolina.
that.
South Carolina.
Okay.
He's like, and he argues what laws would be made laws. And he is
It's an elected position.
Senate. Yeah, it's elected. He's right now they're arguing in Senate chambers open carry law, which concealed carry
Right.
means when you walk around it has to be hidden.
Yes.
Open carry. So a lot of South
You
Carolina,
can just walk around with a gun.
right? Like
Yeah.
I see
Like in a holster.
Like
Like
you
Like
want
in
to.
Texas.
Okay.
Texas. You can
I
just
think Arizona too.
yeehaw.
Okay. I don't get why you'd want to do that, but go on.
Well, he doesn't do that either, but it was just funny that he was saying like, no, we can make this take as long as you want. And I'm known for my brevity. I'm just dying to get back and argue open carry. He's sarcastic all the way. It was cute.
Because he's not in Congress or the Senate, right? State Senate right now.
Yeah, he's got like, I don't know if it's like an order of protection. That's what most attorneys get, right, McKinley, when you have things and you don't want to be scheduled for court. It's probably something like that. I don't know, Senate stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I had
but
no
like,
idea.
I mean, he's doing this kind of pro bono for Alec
I
and
think it's pro bono. I don't know how.
Oh, look, everyone keeps talking about whether he's getting paid, what he's getting paid, where the money's coming from, blah, blah, blah. Whereas, meanwhile, EB's all like, I'm doing this for free. Super EB.
Yeah.
To the rescue.
well, I mean, they used to be really good friends, so I can see Dick and Poot trying to help him out.
They are really good friends.
Yeah.
Every lawyer I've ever met, you're talking about Becky Hill?
Hmm?
Who are you talking about? Becky Hill?
No,
No,
Alec.
no. We're talking about Alec and Dick
His
and
defense.
Jim.
Oh,
Especially Jim. Jim and him are really
because
good
they
friends.
used to tailgate together. The football stadium is literally like, I almost hit somebody today driving home. I had to drive her by it.
Yeah.
Murph's turf. I think that is correct, Liz.
Miss.
We're going to go through most Turf's questions in a minute because she's actually got quite a good
let's do
things
it.
there.
'Cause
All right, let's do it. Okay. So, Murphy Turfy, you are always there with the good info. Let's go. Right. So, Murph Turf says,
Oh, I don't know about that part.
Okay, Fitz News. We'll start from the beginning. So, Fitz News, the former four-person, rumored to be longtime friend of former Collin County Clerk of Court Becky Hill, was unavailable to attend on that date due to what the court described as previously scheduled Bible study vacation. Harpootlian also revealed in court that Hill is alleged to have made additional comments to jurors beyond the ones initially alleged in the defense's bombshell motion from last September. Harpootlian stated, Hill told jurors it looked like the defendant is going to testify today. This is an epic day, and drew their attention to the fact it was rare for a defendant to testify.
That is what I didn't think I was allowed to talk about. There's a lot of things that Fitz News is kind of putting out right now that I'm not really sure that they're supposed to be.
Well,
You're muted. McKinley, you're muted.
that's on them, not you now.
Why are you
You
muted?
cannot confirm or deny.
You can't do it. Thank you for that, Merster. We should probably bring up Fitz News article. Why aren't we just looking at Fitz News?
But I was talking with those people today, and that's part of the tea.
Nice.
Wow.
Hello.
Can
Can
you
you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can. Don't know what happened.
Okay, based on what you told me, Liz, I don't either. I touched this silly machine.
Don't
I
touch
think
it.
the only thing that you're not allowed to say is you're not allowed to give away the identifying information or talk about whether it was a male or female, or
Which I did.
you're not supposed to say you're actually not supposed to discuss the 5 questions, but the 5 questions are available because there was like a memo or some kind of email or something released.
They're
Emotion,
very
maybe.
close. They're very close to the questions. I'll tell you, they're longer
Yeah.
than the ones that she asked.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All I know is
So-
I live in South Carolina, so I really don't know about commenting too much more on some of the things that he has said, just because I'm
That's
not trying
fair.
to go to jail.
Who?
That's
He
fair.
who? Fitz
Will.
News.
Will,
yeah,
yeah.
he was the only one there with Fitz News. He was so nice to me, and I feel like people don't like him. A lot of people don't like
I
him.
like
I'll tell you
him.
who doesn't
I
like
love
him. I tell you exactly who doesn't like him. It's
think it's 'cause
the
he's like
people
this, he
who
doesn't-
are staunchly opposed to a retrial, and there are a few. There are quite a lot, actually. So basically, what's happened is since this whole Becky Hill thing's
They would
happened,
make
and
more
since this
money.
whole motion, since this whole motion has happened, and since September, the media outlets have gone like that. And some have decided that as more evidence has come out against Becky Hill and her actions,
Mhm.
some media outlets have decided, you know what, there's some evidence that the jury may have been tampered with. They may have been tainted. And I like that word. And this particular media outlet, Fitz News, is one of them. And it's an important outlet. And Fitz News, Will Folks, he was an outlet that was very much saying that Alex was guilty, that it was the right outcome, and he still actually believes it was the right outcome. From what I can tell, I saw him tweet it the other day.
Oh yeah,
He
for
actually believes it was the right outcome, and so he was very much in that corner. And then for him to go, and as far as some outlets are concerned, he's changed teams.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he's a
And
fact
so-
follower.
Pardon?
I think he's a fact follower. He really does
Yes,
try to.
exactly.
Yeah.
And this is what makes me mad, right? And it makes a lot of other people mad as well. He's changed teams, and he's gone, okay, well, you know what? There's a lot of evidence now, and I'm
Yeah,
a
they
reporter.
have Becky
I'm
Hill.
reporting what I see, and why should I not report what I see? But there's a lot of people now who are like, oh, but there shouldn't be a retrial. He should be in prison for the rest of his life. He did it. Why would we waste all the taxpayers' money? Why would we go back to a trial? Why would we do all that again? And Will Fox is like, but look at all this stuff that's happening. I'm just reporting it. And he doesn't like the fact that there are trolls coming after him, and there are trolls. Like, if you want to actually have a look at what's been happening to him on social media, there are trolls.
But not
There
just
are
Nikki Haley.
real trolls going on.
I kind of took his lead today because when he walked, I mean, I was already there. I was the first one there. It's kind of embarrassing. But when he came up, he was like, I was there with like all these people complaining they couldn't get a hold of their public defender and the door was locked. And I was like, okay.
Then they thought you were an employee.
Literally, they tried to come open the courthouse from the inside. They were like, do you work here? And I was like, well, I do have to pee. I don't, but I'll push a broom around if you'll let me come pee. The guy was like, oh.
Thank you so much for popping in, David. I know you're really busy over there, and congrats on your stream. It's doing so well. And every time I pop in there, I'm just like, wow. I can't believe how amazing it is. And I'll be popping over there later.
X-commerce.
Cool. X-commerce, yeah. Come on, people trolling Becky. No way. No. Well, I'm actually talking about media wars now. So the things going on with Fitz News, and not just Fitz News. There are other outlets as well. There are lots, and I'm not going to start naming them. But it's basically people who used to sort of be on the side of the state, I suppose, in terms of their reporting, and now they've changed to be on the side of justice. But they're being said to be on the side of Alex, which is not true. No one's really on the side of Alex except his lawyers, and his family.
Weren't you the one who suggested to Toal that?
I just said the word embargo, and
she picked it up.
Other people, because they all work in media, that's not a legal word at all.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Embargo came up
it's just a
this
media
morning.
word.
I think it's News reported it.
Well, Justice Toal confirmed my suspicions that to her it was not a legal word. It's a media word that they use in the media. And she said she was going to go back and talk with, she had to go find attorney Jay Bender. And that's when they started putting everything.
Hey, Andrew, how's it going? People generally define justice as my preferred outcome. Yep, indeed. You have a link, my friend, if you want to come in.
He said earlier, I don't know if you saw his, not tweet, message earlier. It said he might be on in an hour or so. He's still in a tie. He's doing client work or something.
Well, I'm still in my half suit. So,
well, in an hour or so, we're actually going to have a different topic. We're going to be doing Code Burger.
Yes.
In an hour. So if you want to pop in for that, I'll have to send you a different link, and you're more than welcome, as usual. Embargo is a media PR term of art. It's not a legal term of art. Yeah, but apparently, I don't know if that's what she said. Did she say embargo, Liz?
Yeah. Well, I'm the one who said embargo, and then everybody else, because they work in media, was like, yeah, embargo. Is this an embargo?
Oh, you said embargo.
I'm retarded. Y'all know I have word vomit.
No, I'm saying, but did you say embargo and then it got reported?
First, and then the lady from Court TV said it after me, and then Will said it after me, and then it was like, pop, 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 pop. Everybody.
No way. You started embargo.
I started embargo.
Oh, no.
I don't even really know what it means, but I used it. I was like,
the embargo started with Liz.
Is this like that?
Liz, you started the embargo.
Well, no. I said, this isn't an order, right? She was just kind of like giving us a suggestion. It wasn't an order. And she was like, well, if she was requesting you to do something, or did she tell you to do something? I was like, well, she didn't tell me to do something. It sounded like a suggestion. But I made a joke too in front of all those people. I was like, well, I don't want to be held in contempt, so I'm not going to get my phone. Everybody else had their phone or went to go get it.
You do not want to be held in contempt in front of that woman.
Those media people don't know what contempt means either. They were like, what? I was
really?
Like, yeah. I'm like, they should definitely explain to you what contempt means if you are media. But a lot of
if you are covering, when I went to the Michael Turney trial, just that one time or two times, I was scared S-less just being in the gallery, like making sure my phone was off and not making any noises, like just.
Yeah, you see what Branca says when whoever embargo is very common in media when whoever is in charge wants a media story widely released in a coordinated manner. And what is so crazy is, Branca, you weren't here, but I was telling everybody it felt like there was no communication. Literally, Justice Toal came out and we were like, "Should we stand up? Like nobody's here yet." Like, and she just was casual, was like, "Hey guys," and then she changed her mind like 3 times. Like, is there audio or no audio? So then she said, okay, audio. And then the bailiff came in after she walked out and was like, put up your camera. And I'm like, nobody's communicating. Oh my God. We're about to watch somebody go to jail. Like, it was actually kind of tense because I'm like,
Yeah.
well, don't like speak up to a bailiff and be like, shut the fuck up and sit down. Justice Toal just told us because like he works there. It's his job. So
Yeah.
I just sat there and was like, Will, say this, ask this. Or
I love Rosie so much. Ebargo.
Ebargo.
And Murph, thank you for posting those questions. We'll go through them in a sec. Okay.
Well,
so,
I don't know. I don't know if we should actually.
well, there's nothing wrong with showing the questions. We just can't answer them. The questions are public,
Okay.
aren't they?
Well, they might not even.
No.
They're not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll let
Well,
y'all
the
go
questions
first.
are
How about
the
that?
questions are publicly posted.
They're not the
And
ones, but they're
But we
close.
can't have Liz say that those were the questions.
Okay.
Toal was
She's gonna-
going to judge, but then
Murph,
she got
those
fired.
aren't the ones that were actually asked. Justice Toal revised them this morning. They're close enough. So go for it.
They are public record, I believe, Murph. I believe
The
Murph.
original ones, not the
100%.
how they changed, but
Yes, the original questions are public record. We don't know
Okay.
if they were final questions or not. Yes, 100%. Trust Murph with my life. If I started falling off a building, I would trust Murph to catch me. There you go. All right. From
So you-
defense filing. Question 1. So this is, to clarify, everybody, these are not the questions that were asked today. These are questions from defense filing. So question 1, did you hear Ms. Hill make any comments about the testimony, evidence, or arguments presented by the state or defense, or the anticipated length of your deliberations?
That's not
That
even
may,
First question.
it's not the first question. Well, okay.
But it's
It may be similar. We don't know.
But you can't know the real one, so just do those.
No. Yeah. Okay. So we don't know what the answer was. Liz might know. She can't comment.
They just argue so hard about semantics, and it's so crazy because that is, I know because I've read it.
Mm.
That is not even close to what it ended up being.
Oh, really?
funny.
Okay. There you go. All right. What comments did you hear Ms. Hill make? So that's very open-ended question. And it that leads to a lot of conjecture, I suppose. Like, it's a long time ago for them to remember
that too.
exactly what.
But
the
yeah, and they're not. Yeah, exactly. They don't.
That's exactly what Poot said, and in fact,
Oh, really?
I've got notes on that because actually, you know what's funny is Creighton Waters was like, he said, "Oh, well, merits is self-explanatory."
Merits
In regard to
Like the merits of the case.
He said that merits of a case are self-explanatory. Do y'all know what that means?
I can hypothesize.
Well, you have a little bit more knowledge too than them, probably.
Well, you tell me in legal terms. So I assume that I'm
like an
I know,
element of
but-
a crime, the merits of
Yeah.
whatever
yeah.
it is to meet that
Yeah.
standard.
okay. Sure. Okay.
They
that
said
makes
that
So-
that's self-explanatory. Obviously,
So they weren't biased because it was clear he was guilty.
I can't comment.
No,
because
I
the
mean,
element-
okay.
No. Okay, not whether or not that actually was
Yeah.
what was said.
So
but
I think
in
it's
legal
because
terms, that's
in-
what it means.
I think it has to have been like a comment. The comment had to have been based like on the merits of the case, right?
Yes. Yes.
Naturally.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
All right,
refers to a case whose decision rests upon the law as it applied to the particular evidence and facts presented in the case.
Yes.
Totally self-explanatory.
Totally. Who else was present when Ms. Hill made those comments? Okay, so this is based on the answers to question 2, assuming that the question 2 was what was asked. So if, say, hypothetically, the juror was answered something like, "Oh, Ms. Hill told me not to pay attention." Yes, Ms. Hill told me to not believe a word that the defendant said on the stand because he was lying, or watch his body language. He's not shedding proper tears or something like that. And then question 3 was, who else was present when Ms. Hill made those comments? And then juror were to say, oh, well, 3 other jurors were with me, juror this, juror that, and juror that.
Do you see
That would
Rosie's?
be- do I see Rosie's question? If there are any doubt, if there's any
Yeah,
doubt as to whether
exactly.
they were prejudiced, then there has to be a new trial. Look, I agree, but it doesn't seem to be the standard
Well,
that
Justice
she's
Toal,
put forward.
I think she's more kind of wanting, from my opinion, is I feel like
Yeah.
from the questions that I heard asked today,
Yes.
and it's hard to even think about her mannerisms because she's like a poker player, you know?
Yeah.
But I think she's more focused on the questioning of Becky Hill and her answers. Hello. And her answers when
Hey.
she's cross-examined and redirected, because her questions just don't leave room. I don't really know much more I can say. They don't really leave room
That's right.
for going deeper.
Yeah. Welcome, Andrew.
Hey,
How
I don't
are
know
you?
how long I have. I'm waiting on a call back from a client, so
No
I may
worries.
have to leave at
Totally
any
fine.
moment.
Totally fine. Thank you. Always great to have you.
Hey,
What
hey.
you have to say?
Hello,
I know
hello.
you are like chomping at the bit. What have you got to say?
Oh no, I've just been commenting, but I'm waiting for this call, and I thought as long as I'm typing into the chat, I may as well just sign
You might
in.
as well,
for-
Get
as
on.
long
you
as
might
I
as well
have
just come in and
available.
stop typing. I know how you feel. That's why I started a channel. I was sick of typing.
Oh, Branca, I
It's,
was
I-
reading your
Go ahead.
comment about, like, you say, do you think, like you said, nobody wants to be asked publicly, and that was one of the things that Justice Toal took a lot of precaution this morning before questioning juror X.
Really?
She said to them, you did nothing wrong. You were not in trouble. But you could just tell she was petrified. She was so scared. And there really was like not many people.
You mean
at
the
all.
juror being questioned was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. But I mean, think about it. So when you're from the very beginning, right? When you're a prospective juror, they're asking you, can you be fair and impartial? Can you be unbiased in this case? That's what you need to do. We're going to ask you to swear to that, right?
Yeah.
And now they're asking them, well, did you F that up? Right?
Yeah.
Your fundamental responsibility. Did you F that up?
Who would say yes?
Yeah.
Nobody.
It was interesting because I can only say this. The answer to her last question got her brought back in the room for 2 more questions.
Wow.
So paralegal Liz, can I ask, because obviously you feel constrained in what you can say, but I don't really understand why that would be, or what your role is, or what you've been doing.
Sure.
I don't think we've met
Justice
before, right?
Toal put out, I mean, I would say whatever. I just live and practice.
So you were in the courtroom, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
And she put out an embargo, not like in writing or anything, but she said, at first she said we couldn't relay any answers to her question or to the questions, and we couldn't bring out any like identifiers to dox this juror.
Sure.
And then I made the mistake, but it would have been asked anyways. Can we say what the questions are? Because I don't really care about her answers. What were the questions? I want to know the questions. And she quickly said, no. Creighton Waters was like, well, that would defeat the purpose. I'm like, well, I'm just asking. So
Also, Creighton Waters was there when you were talking to the judge.
yeah,
the
they
media?
were all setting up. It was just him, Carly, and 2 other I don't know if they're attorneys. I think one of them is an attorney, and the other lady, I don't know what her job is because she sat on the row in front of me
Okay.
with the AG's office. I don't know what her job is.
Interesting.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, she was with the media and is kind of like under the court's ruling. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, I sat down when Justice Toal, before anything happened, she called all the media over, and I quickly found myself sitting by myself. And she was like, I'm like, okay, I will listen to you.
Yeah.
'Cause-
So I mean, like your comment here, Andrew. So I mean, no one wants to be asked publicly, do you think you did something bad? Like 100%. So
Yeah, like a little kid.
yeah, pretty much. So do you think
Even
you did
adults, I
something
mean,
bad?
even if we
Yeah.
100% did whatever it is, and maybe the thing
Right.
we're accused of doing is actually harmless, but someone asks about it in a negative tone, you're like,
Yeah.
oh no, I didn't do that.
No, I didn't do that.
Literally,
And
Yeah.
she's not exactly like an a non-imposing figure. She's quite kind of scary
Yeah.
in a way. This lady,
Yeah.
like, she's
For normal
yeah,
people to be in a courtroom is
Yeah,
almost inherently
terrifying.
intimidating, especially if
Yeah.
they're on the witness stand. I mean, I'm a lawyer and I've testified as an expert witness. I was going to say but I don't really find it intimidating. But for normal
Anymore.
people,
oh,
it's
come on now.
they're nervous.
Yeah.
No, because I always win. So it's worked out well.
The first time I went to court to watch a local trial, I was intimidated just being in the gallery, like making sure my phone's off. And
Oh, really? Not
Yeah.
you, really?
I know.
Question 4: did Ms. Hill's comments influence you in any way? And if so, okay. Any of these questions,
They're so open. These were definitely.
they're
Completely
open-ended.
unproductive to ask them in this way.
That's
You
not
need
how
to-
they were
you need to ask in a much more flanking maneuver kind of way. So when she made that comment, how did that make you feel? How did that make you think about the case?
Yeah.
Not were you influenced? Influence is like something that happens to suckers.
Subjective. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That's true. And again, like you were saying last time, Branca, like the lawyers want to be the ones to ask the questions. They want to ask them in such a way that it helps them to get the answer. that
Defense
they're
counsel would
after.
be asking this. Harpootlian would be asking these questions in a completely different way.
I can't
That
wait.
would, that would get him to they would be very subtle and they would get him to the outcome he wants, of course, where there's a
Yeah.
parent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think these are his questions that
That you
Yeah, but he
approved.
knows the judge is going to be asking. So it's like, how can I put it? It's like if you say you know how to play the piano, it's different if you're playing a song than if you ask someone else to play the song, right? They're going to
Yes.
play it different than you would play it. And
Yes.
questioning witnesses is a very dynamic process because
Yeah.
every response creates new branches in the way that you might ask the next question. But it's not dynamic if someone else is asking your questions. They just have a printed list of the questions they're supposed to ask and they go through it like a robot. But a good defense attorney, really any good attorney, they're going to ask a question and that question influences what the next question will be.
Exactly. And it's telling that she only asked 5 questions and then came back and asked 2 more. Why are there so few? Right? Because they're not branching off and being shaped.
Right.
And exactly that's why. Because they're scripted. And it was
So
like
a good
okay,
attorney
well,
obviously is not actually looking for, just answers. They're looking for
yes.
Yeah.
they're looking for
answers.
testimony that they can mold into
Yes.
the conclusion they need, right?
Yes.
That can't happen if someone else is asking your questions for you. It's
yes.
just impossible.
Exactly. Because he's not-
Harpootlian would
and
spend at
also-
least an hour with this juror.
absolutely. and
Very subtly molding the testimony into what he was looking for.
So
Also,
earlier, Justice Toal said that she thinks that everything is. I know I already told this to you, but Branca, earlier, Justice Toal said that the 11 jurors she suspects we will get done questioning on Monday before lunch, and then after lunch, Becky Hill, and then the proffer witness from Poot and Jim. But she was like very adamant, as she was last hearing. She said she's going to allow a free cross, but she's going to be very sensitive to not stray into other areas regarding lack of credibility and motive. She'll ask more questions if she needs to because she's qualified to do so. Of Becky, do you think it's going to be all day, like hours of Becky when Poot gets a hold of her?
If he has anything to say about it,
Oh,
he
he
will.
is. He gets to. She said so.
Oh yeah. He'll be there forever, right? He's never
And
gonna let go.
rebuttal and a proffer witness.
No, he'll fall over from dehydration before he gives up questioning. If the judge will allow him to do that.
I better pack an IV.
yeah. Okay. So that's interesting. So she thinks it's going to all be done in one day, but if Poot gets to question Becky, no way is it going to be done in one day.
Yeah.
I
Um,
suspect she's going to limit it substantially, though, based on that last
Yeah.
hearing, right?
Well, she knows. She knows Harpootlian. She knows if
Yeah.
she just gives him a free leash that he's going to run with it. So yeah, I would
Yeah.
expect her to constrain it pretty tightly.
Did
Is
they
EB
mention any?
Are we talking about Eric Bland? Is that in the comments? EB, that's what that
Yes.
means.
Yeah. I saw that.
Evie, yeah. That's an interesting question. Sorry, do you go
Well,
on
he
there,
was
darling?
in court.
He was in
Yeah,
of course.
court. He's not supposed to, but-
Listening to the comments.
Yeah. So he knows them.
Did they mention anything about Becky taking the 5th?
No, they didn't bring that up at all. But I will say, I'm not a lawyer, but I've been thinking about this a lot. And normally, whenever you have like somebody plead the fifth, it's in front of a jury, right? So if you do this in front of a judge, you're probably going to piss her off or make her think that you're guilty. Right, Branca? Right?
Well, if you're providing testimony, you can plead the fifth, where
Right, you
it doesn't
can.
matter who. You could do it anywhere.
Yeah.
But the judge can.
Where people get, well, you can plead the fifth in front of a judge if you're providing testimony
Yeah.
that might be used against you in another legal proceeding. It's your constitutional right. Where people get caught up is where they say the things they want to say, and then they refuse to say anything else.
Yeah.
That you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to, only say the things
Self-serving.
you want that are favorable to you. And then once you do that, you're properly subject to cross-examination. You've waived the fifth. You've provided testimony.
Interesting. What would you tell Becky if she were your client?
Don't say a effing word.
That's what I would say.
You know,
Don't
who your
say
attorney
anything.
Is Jack Sterling, and he's a dog shit attorney.
Really?
Well, there's a lot of those. I don't know him, but I can tell you there's a lot of bad attorneys out there.
He's like a big name, and I don't know why. He's just old, I think.
Surprised it wasn't Eric Bland.
Sometimes lawyers who get
That's who my
these
attorney is.
reputations, it literally is just because they're old, just because they've been in that legal community for decades, and everybody knows them, and all the judges know them, and it's just they've been around. And sometimes they could be charismatic or have a good personality, or they could be fun on the golf course or when they go out to dinner with their peers from the bar, and the people just like them. They like them. It doesn't make them a good attorney.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But she's also got the hair dude. Who's the hair dude? The nice looking dude with the hair, the pretty hair.
Becky?
She's got two attorneys.
Oh,
Brad Pitt,
Who?
a young Brad Pitt.
Oh,
I
the
think
guy
it was-
that is Justin Bamberg's partner or something.
Bamberg. No, it's Bamberg. Justin Bamberg.
Oh, okay.
She's got
Dude, I
him.
But
love
he's
his
not the one
voice.
that spoke at the last hearing. That was Justin Bamberg.
Yeah, he wasn't there for
partner.
the last hearing, but that's her
Yeah.
other attorney. Because
If
she
I
keeps
ever write a book, I want him to read it. I love his voice.
Yeah,
He's so
him.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, question 5. Did Ms. Hill's comments prejudice you against defendant? Oh, come on, this is silly.
That's a good question.
Yeah, all right. They can't be the questions. They can't be the questions. This is so silly. I have another question for you, Andrew. Thank you for being here. I was wondering if Justice Toal is the only person to question the jurors. What happened to the right to cross-examine?
But here's the problem: we're not actually examining witnesses against us, right? They're not testifying about some criminal conduct on Murdaugh's part.
Yeah, I suppose it's not a.
So
trial.
the constitutional right in America is the right to confront witnesses against you, but they're not witnesses against him.
And I think they cited South Carolina Rules of Evidence 614B.
Wow, that's specific.
I mean, I
Good
don't
job.
know if that was really what was said, but yeah. And it's like the judge's ability to call and interrogate witnesses.
Okay. All right. So because it's an evidentiary hearing and they're not witnesses in a trial against somebody or a hearing against somebody, is that how it works? Like, is that a technicality, I guess, to put it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call it a technicality. It's just there's a scope to the privilege to confront your accusers, but these people are not accusing Murdaugh
They're not
of anything.
accusing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So it's just it's a kind of an administrative fact-finding mission of the court. It's almost independent of Murdaugh for that purpose.
Sure. Okay. So it's a fact-finding mission. Therefore, they're not witnesses to a crime, I suppose. Yeah. An event. Scott McGinnis, that would be the problem for all state witnesses and investigators in Karen Reid. They are all lawyered up and all may need to plead the fifth. Interesting. I mean, I know you know a lot about that case. And yes, they are lawyered up. And
But there is, when you plead the fifth, there is also like a presumption, right, Andrew? Like that they can find.
Oh, so if a witness is pleading the fifth.
Yeah.
The jury's allowed to infer that the testimony would be bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's why the person's pleading the fifth. Not if the defendant pleads the fifth. The jury's not allowed to come to any inference from that.
Not
but
the-
if a
not the
witness
defendant.
is,
Yeah.
you can presume that the evidence would be bad for whoever's calling the witness.
yeah, and that would be Becky Hill because she's
So,
not
like-
the defendant.
If she pleads the fifth, then the judge could infer that there's a reason she's pleading the fifth.
Yes.
Oh, you're muted.
yes. Me.
No,
That's what I was trying to get to. Sorry, I have a toddler.
Sorry.
in
No
here.
worries.
Doing
No worries.
toddler games. But that's what I was trying to get to. By asking all of those things, like to Branca and McKinley, like what would the judge do? What do you think the judge is going to do? I mean, no.
I
one
mean,
can-
the truth is, this is such an unusual thing to have happen. This is not
Yeah.
normal, right?
no.
I think a lot of this is judges and lawyers making up rules as they go along, just kind
Yeah.
of blindly feeling their way down a corridor.
That's literally what
Exactly.
happened in front of my eyes before the first like 30 minutes with the rules about can
Right,
we have
that makes
phones, not
sense.
phones, media, this. I'm like, what in the world? Like, she just came out here. Who are
Like,
y'all
there
are-
really is no case law for this situation, and they're just kind of scrambling.
Hmm.
At least in
Right?
South
Yes.
Carolina.
With the case law that has been suggested, many people are pointing at it and going, that is not even remotely close.
It's
To
clearly
what's going-
distinguishable
Yeah.
from what happened here, right?
Yeah.
But despite
exactly.
everything Creighton says, oh, I've got these 50 cases that all prove me right. It's like, dude, they're all different. they're
Yeah.
different than this.
Exactly. So Angie Campbell, hello, nice to have you here. Will Lewis is her federal lawyer. Hamburg, I think it's Bamberg, is her state lawyer, is what I
Oh.
heard.
So the federal.
Okay.
Oh, she is federal. Oh,
There
Wow.
you go. Very interesting.
ooh.
Would that
All right,
be
guys,
the-
I'm gonna have to pop
No
out.
worries.
Sorry about that.
Thanks.
But
I
if
see
you're
you.
doing
Bye,
something different later
Andrew.
today, I think I have the afternoon.
Sure,
free.
I'll
If
send you a
wanna
link
send
for
me
later.
Yeah, perfect. All right, take
Will
care,
do.
guys.
I have to go
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
for the
See you.
kids, but I'm good.
See
for
you. Cool. So yeah, wow. Okay, there's the federal lawyer and a state lawyer, but Will Lewis is the one that's in the court at the moment, though, isn't he? Or he was there the other day. And
Maybe he
Bamberg
just stepped
wasn't.
in.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah, it
not
could be.
sure. Not sure. We are so lucky to have Andrew coming on our channel quite often and giving his advice. So thank you so much to him.
Not advice, not legal advice. Just his
Sorry, not advice,
Yes.
commentary. His commentary.
Commentary.
Yeah.
I used the wrong word.
I have
I
nothing
used the
here
wrong
to
word.
say, but-
I misspoke, as people often say in court. I misspoke. Misspeak.
Did I just hear a train horn?
That was me opening up our stream just to check it out.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh. Yes, I misspoke. Thanks for reminding me because I did forget.
It
Hello,
happens.
Nikki. It's so good to have you here.
See, I didn't even like it
So good
yet.
to have you here. Upcoming TUI process regarding federal investigation is exculpatory evidence in Karen Reid will be forwarded by or before February 15th. Could blow the
Nice.
case wide open. I really admire the
Don't.
way you are following this and your dedication to this case, Scott, is
This case is
admirable.
crazy.
It
it is
is.
crazy. It is absolutely crazy. All right, is there anything
It's hard
else?
to even
Liz?
keep up.
Yeah.
No, just that I'll be back on Monday.
Okay.
Well,
And then
not just you'll be back on Monday. You'll be back tomorrow for Becky Mouse.
Oh, well, sorry. And that forgot.
You forgot. How could you
I'm
forget?
so tired. I'm so
Ah,
tired.
You're so
I get that.
tired.
Woke up an hour early and now I'm disheveled.
Oh,
You're disheveled. Okay. Oh, well, goodness me.
Um,
It's only, what, 6 a.m. here, and I've only been up for what? I don't know, all night.
You need to know.
I've slept for 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Um,
You gotta
It's a-
sleep more than that. That's bad.
well,
Oh,
she
it's
does
alright.
throughout the day.
Bad
in
for your
chunks.
health.
I sleep sometimes. There's occasions where I sleep. Okay, so Becky Mouse, let me see. I'm going to post Becky Mouse in here now. So tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a special pre-mid retrial evidentiary hearing I love calling things weird names. Don't miss the Becky Mouse special, pre-mid retrial evidentiary hearing reaction show, Saturday 4 p.m. Eastern after Jensen, inside Becky Hill's inbox live. There it is. And I might even use my new intro. Did you like my new intro, guys?
I did.
Did you?
A little
It had,
loud.
like, rock
A little
it
loud.
was lower. It's lower than usual.
I like
And
your countdown music, that like weird like me.
yeah, okay, that's what I usually do. But I had to have the Blues Brothers because the Blues Brothers are getting the band back together.
Oh yeah.
And,
I don't think I heard it because I was here.
Oh, you were there, right? So yeah, it was the Blues Brothers quote where they're like getting the band back together, and getting the band back together is all of the lawyers and everybody and Alex and Becky all back in a courtroom together. So that's my reference. You like the other one too? Yeah, cool. All right, so everybody hit that link
and
there.
in half an hour we're doing Koberger hearing.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry, yeah, of
We
course.
should probably
No,
promote your next
we'll
stream.
see you all. We'll see you all in half an hour. Hang on.
And I do want to say I just got on Twitter like when I met you guys. So find me on the Twitters. So next week I can send you guys selfies on there.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and I'm gonna do
Indeed.
I'm gonna do a stream with Liz sometime this weekend, hopefully, if my child's not around, because I'm going to have her. So she's going to be going to she's in South Carolina, clearly Columbia, next week, and I'm going to put up her Cash App. So if anybody wants
do you have a Cash App?
I do.
Put it
Put
up.
it in
yes,
a private chat.
yes.
Because she's going to be getting a hotel room so that she can be our in-court reporter, and she's going to be having to pay for a hotel room.
An hour each way.
My
so,
side hustle name, though it's not paralegal, it's Bloom by Liz. But I put it in the private chat, and y'all can do it later.
Yeah, put it in the private chat now, and we'll put a link in right now.
There we go.
Excuse me, that's not it. It's
right
this.
now.
Oh wait, that's not it.
It's this. Sorry, it's a $.
Yeah, there you go.
No worries.
You're a fast typer. I guess that makes sense since you're paralegal.
Literally, when I take typing tests, I break machines. I surpass. I'm so fast.
Dude, I
dictate.
have been obsessed with typing.
When he talks.
I love typing so much. I used to
Do you?
practice all the time when I was a little babe. I would go to my dad's office and watch his paralegals typing for him, and I was just like obsessed.
Yeah,
probably why I became a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys can help out Liz, just whatever you can do.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, okay. That's all right. Maybe we
That's
could
her-
have put
this
maybe we could have written that's her Cash App rather than just put the.
I wasn't sure how to do the link.
I
know I don't know how to do them either.
Okay,
I was gonna set up a stream and I tried to
http://
figure it out. I don't know how.
Cash App. Okay, never mind.
No,
I'll figure it out for
have
tomorrow.
No clue.
I'll figure it out for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to redirect you guys to my next stream. If you could press the notification button, please, when you get there, and press the like button whilst you're there. And if you want to stick around there, that'd be fine. Just keep the tab open. We'll be live in 25 minutes.
Plant.
Yeah, 25 minutes. And then we'll also see you tomorrow for Becky Mouse. It's going to be a great stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Liz, for all of your time.
Thank you.
And
You
you'll be back there on Monday. Thank you, McKinley, for dropping in. And again, thank you to Branca, wherever you are. Hopefully we'll see you later on today. And we'll say goodbye. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody in the world. Love yous, love yous, love yous. That was amazing. Amazing. Where's my goodbye screen? I have so many screens. I have too many screens.
Do you want me to end the
so
stream?
many screens. Yeah, you can end the stream. I know you're
ready?
in the stream. Yep. Bye.
Yay.